Hello and welcome. Right, I was just checking to make sure that I've just literally put the bakery back in because it was broken, as in like I'd replaced. There'll be a bit of stuttering because it's just after another update by chance. I'm hoping it actually addresses how heavy the game is become. There's a lot of stuttering been going on, but I expect right now that would be definitely true. Now then, I was just checking, and I was like leaving this so that I could sort of show you. So this would show us anything in storage, but it wouldn't show us anything in the production. So I just want to check the production side to make sure we haven't got anything like we've got a bit of flour, so we will tell that to. We have already done so, and parsnips, potatoes. I think we've already told those as well. I want to do everything that we can do. I don't want any sort of stone unturned. So there's nothing like barley or anything like that in any of these. We have got the corn. Now, have I actually made corn in the bakery yet? I don't think I have. I might pop out and just put corn in to make corn flour to make bread, but it's still not going to make... the other thing is, obviously we know that we had the mill. I would have to then make the mill again, which I think I always intended on that, and we don't really need to pay for it because we've already paid for it. So we're going to stick that down now. It is my fault. No, this one wasn't actually. I don't know what one this one was. I have since... done away with all of my individual models and actually done I'm going to do the same with my production silos as well. So I'm tidying up my mod folder so that I haven't got like hundreds and hundreds of folders that I don't need to have for my testing. I have also got an old friend. Now I was working on this for the last 2 days, and this one should be it's not. It's the original one. Yeah, it is. Right, I thought I'd swap this for the literally the one that I've been working on. I hope I haven't done any damage. I thought I'd get clever. I've been doing it for the mod desk, and that is to use like a tool that then literally changes all your everything within your files to a certain basically you tell it what to change and it'll go ahead and change it. So let's sell so this is it really is. Let's just get the one that I've been working on. I'm hoping that this hasn't changed it for the worse though, that it really is the model. So it should be, I don't know which one it is. I can tell by having a look at the back because it has got a light back now. So here we go. Now, this is almost finished. Why have I've got 2 sets of lights? I've got another one stuck in. That's what it. So I've got the model. What I did was I made myself a light sort of back, as you can see, and but I've also got the hella lights. You can see them actually sticking it at the back. But I've also got this here, which actually stops this dead. Now this is the original model that only got the 2 back wheels, and obviously I then added 2 more wheels, which was always for stability, but it never ended up being stable. It literally it just seemed to go on forever, and it's landed in so many. Where did we send that to? Do you know, seriously, I bet it's it's right down the bottom of the field or something silly. No, it's... Where are you? It will be over here, won't it? Yeah, probably. Okay, it could be anywhere. Right, okay. This is not what I intended to do. Waste my time, literally doing things like this. I did want to sort of show this because it sort of seems to me quite apt. Now it is it's classed as a lizard, so let's have a look at the general flatbed, and we are going to... Whereabouts are you? It is down there. I thought so. Right, we need to reset that, and then we are going to, for once, reset. We're sort of in the last bits of the Let's Play where we really are sort of doing the finishing stages. Let me just show you this. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. There was times... when I'd almost broken it, I did break it. This model was an older model, and what I did was I grabbed all of the bits and bobs from... Now this is something wrong with this as well. It's got some errors on it, which I will attend to. But yes, I broke one of these models, but then I grabbed all of the work I'd done off all of the different models and stuck them on the original model, which was still okay, and you can put things on it and everything. But yeah, this is all my own work. It's based upon a Giants model, but it is not a Giants model. Yeah, it's literally all the modeling's my own. Yeah, I've got to change that. It's a little bit higher than it should be. It's like, but it's actually working, and it does do that properly. So while it's dragging, yeah, I'm really pleased with this because the TPS, even the TPS, which I love by Sariga, it drags in the ground a little bit when it gets a bit too close because it's sort of got like a thing that still stays down, whereas this actually rises up, and then when you drop it down, it literally sits on that. So I'm quite pleased. On the model that's now broken, that actually did touch the ground. So yeah, this is the other thing is I have, for the first time ever, got lights on it. Yeah, again, I've got too many lights on it. I've literally and they do actually work. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with this. Yeah, very, very pleased. And if I stick lights on, the red lights work as well. But you will see the ones underneath are also working. That's because they're real hellers, and I put them in the slightly wrong place. The actual hellers that you see, the heller lights that you can see, they're actually just like the model. When I first played around with the lights, I was like mucking around, and I didn't quite understand how to use them, so I've got like about 3 sets. I only need one, really. I actually, got to be honest, I prefer the heller lights. I think they're quite clear, and so I've got chocks on this. I don't need chocks anymore because they never act as brakes. It's got that which acts as brake force, so if I actually charge around with this, as we know even on this Let's Play, and I let go, it almost stops dead. It literally, it doesn't wander anymore. I mean, I don't mean it will never wander, I've not tested it, but it doesn't wander normally. So then, so we've actually done all of the flour. It is October, so we're not going to sell this early. We're at least going to go to December. Got a lot of this to actually sell, but we have actually got quite a bit of bread to take out. I believe we still got 50 odd tons inside. I'm sure that's what I saw when I looked. I might be wrong. No, it is. It's literally nearly out of flour, but it's nearly out of flour. Yeah, so to be honest, it can't make any more. So we're good to go. So we can just leave this to like tick over, and it's really going to finish. Now, have we got the... I have been busy since the last time I was on this, but it's been a while since I've been on this. Yeah, I have done what I said I was going to do. This is now beetroot broth, and it is obviously I've swapped the old one for the new one. So there's no cheating in so much as all I've done is changed the type. Now, these are 5,000 litre pallets. That's the only reason I've done it for. And obviously we've got pig food in this as well to sell at some point. So the triple broth, that really was only a little bit. And obviously the peas and that are just as they were before the last time we left them. So the carrots and that, they should. We have got a bit left, but not a lot, if I remember rightly. Yeah, parsnips. I think we did tell the parsnips to distribute. We did, and the potatoes to distribute. It should be fairly in a very similar place. P.O. Potatoes. Oh, no, we haven't actually told the potatoes to... so I want potatoes down at the peas. Potatoes we want to distribute. Fantastic. So there we go. Yes, I'm hoping that this is either the last session, and I don't mean that in a way that it sounds like as if, I'm going to see in the back of the map. What I mean is I'm wanting obviously to like get this sorted, and well, to be honest, we're moving to JMGaming's other map, a Europe map. I am on Polenye, and already am on Polenye, so we've sort of already made the move to Polenye, and I'm quite a goodly way into Polenye, which I'm thoroughly loving. It's based upon the FS25 one, the same place, very similar but slightly different to what we did on that. So yeah, I apologise, this is almost like a news article in one as well, isn't it? So yeah, we will have obviously the old looking stuff, which is the original, but we will also have the... apologies. She's got a 6th sense one, I'm literally recording. So yeah, basically we will be having 5 1,000 litre ones of these, which is a lot easier. Obviously, I wish I'd done the bread, but I might do the bread. Bread is another thing that I do like doing, but again, the little tiny pallets of bread, they are quite... Now, obviously, this is going to be quite... I think I did say I was going to do this. And when I was doing it, I've done the Bionic Dairy, and I've done the cannery. So I've done the cannery, and I've done the... I've also done, yeah, the Bionic Dairy, or the dairy, but I haven't yet done the bakery because I've not used it a lot, and it sort of escaped my notice until I came back on and I thought, oh my life, you've got a shed load of bread. So this one we're going to have to load, and I will at some point, literally, if I don't finish this tonight, I will do this so that next time we can load all of that, but I'm hoping that we can actually just get cracking and like get stuck in. So, our chickens. How are we doing? Oh, we've filled those up. Excellent. There's no eggs left either, so we've been like busy with that. Self-sufficiency. We have straw. Oats. The oats are in there. We must have put them in there because we didn't have any options left. No, we've got all of it in there, haven't we, really? Yeah, so I presume we were doing the mineral feed then, instead of, because of the fact that we hadn't got the bionic. I suppose it's true, the one, I know what I was thinking. This will process it a lot quicker than that would. So yeah, I concur with my thing. The other thing is, obviously we've already got nearly 100 tons, 100,000 litres of bread to offload. That, can you imagine if I did all of that with 1,000 litre sort of pallets? It would take... I mean, this is already, we've got double this, we've got like 50 odd in there, and we have got this lot here, and they are pallets, so there's nothing really we can actually do. In fact, you know, I think what I'm going to do is, I think I am going to do exactly what I said. Now, obviously, the beautiful thing with this is the mineral feed can be taken out loose. That I really like the self-sufficiency, because almost all of the things that you do from this, you can do like that. It's quite amazing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll tack this on, but I'm going to pop out, we'll go on another Let's Play, and I'm going to do the bakery over the week, over the week. Any bit of modding I'm going to do the bakery, so I'm going to swap the pallets and make bread 2, or bread 1, and I'm going to make this so it's 5,000 litre pallets. So yes, I'm going to leave it there, so yeah, from your point of view, I'm going to see you shortly. We are in business. Yeah, I've done it. I've literally, and they have actually popped. I can see the new. I've always got for mine. I've gone for the box pallets so that I can differentiate between, like, you know, it's still, well, I mean, you can't. It's not that you can't get. I mean, let's be honest. Mine's a bit more protected from the elements than the actual game one. So it's, yeah, I've got the standard. My bakery's icon on the box so that you can still see that it is supposed to be bread. Yeah, so that's done, and it's accepting the pallet, so we are in business. So really, we ought to be getting to load now. So it's going to take us an absolute shed load of time. Mind you, we're only October. I'm jumping the gun a little. Yes. Obviously, we know that all the flour's out, so it's not going to fill this anyway. So we're good for that. I've not lost anything, have I? No. It's all right. It got complicated. I did flour, and I did the bread, and I did the sugar, and I added all of them to my... because I thought, if you're going to use these enhanced field types and bigger field types, the game's got to know what they all are. And I thought, this is where it's going to get a bit complicated, where you've got multiple field types that are all new that you've got to include, and sort of disinclude the natural game ones for myself, so that it's not confusing the different... yeah, if I want them to be bigger, I've got to include the new field types so that they're bigger across the board. So it's doing some right weird things, that sort of texture. It is. It's not... reminds me of almost back in the beginning when weird things like that happened. It's almost like that ground stuff when that was going weird. So that's not right. Yeah, it's definitely doing something strange on that particular texture. Yeah, it is. It's not surprised me after another update by Giants. And also, yeah, there is some new equipment, which we will have a little bit of a look at, I think. Yeah, we've got, in fact, we're probably about to go to the DLCs, aren't we? Because the Plans and Prayers book, which shows everything all in one. So what do we get? A versatile, I think that's the first time I've seen that, an international LT series. 5, yeah, that'd be nice to see. Has it got anything? No, it won't have this as Giants. No, it won't have a thing at the back. Giants don't do that. Yeah, no, they don't. It's true. I was sort of saying about they'll never do things like that. I suppose it's probably, though, in their defence, I don't think it would probably appear in real life, whereas obviously the game goes beyond real life quite frequently. So we have this, which is a... what is it? Is it a... oh, it's like liquids, right. 16 metre spread, not terrible. Doesn't match a lot of the bigger ones in the game. A tipper trailer, which is a 36.4, nothing special really. Versatile, which I've never really been here, which is exactly the same as the Ford model. I did notice that. I thought, oh, right, so the Ford is the Versatile. That became from Ford then, looking at that. Well, now that I didn't know, yeah, because we used to have, when I was a kid, we used to have Ford tractors I don't know what happened to Ford. They obviously lost it because they didn't become there were models from Ford for many years in Great Britain, and then all of a sudden you didn't see them, and never saw a Versatile tractor ever in my life in Great Britain. So whatever happened going from like Ford to Versatile, if that's the way it went, then it never happened in Great Britain. So yeah, it's a shame because Ford was a exceptionally popular tractor. So right, another massive, it costs a fortune as well, and then a very, very large on 40. That's just a tanker though. Yeah, it really is. So oh, and there's more. Oh, there is more. I didn't realise. All right, okay. Oh my life, Big Roy. That is a Big Roy. He is a big tractor. Gordon Bennett. Now that is... And always been a bit underwhelmed with the Versatile brand, full stop. They always were very heavy tractors. Very heavy tractors. The steering was always terrible, and I was like, oh... Even if I got them in the sales, I've got to be honest, I really wasn't terribly impressed. 80 metre, so a biggie. Oh, and a really biggie as well. Fantastic, yeah. Maybe on an American map we might get a chance to use that. And then an exceptionally expensive fence sprayer with a 36 metre. It's on par with the other really, really big one that I actually like. I mean, I love fence, so... But it's obviously, again, like all of this equipment that we're getting is so expensive in FS25. But, I mean, that isn't. I've got to say, Big Roy is not too expensive, and neither are these particularly expensive. But that's a welcome. The Nemesis, I can see why it's called that. I like the colours. Now that's one that I would gladly go for. And it's up to a 272 horsepower, so what I would call mid-range. I used to sort of think was quite high, but really it's not. It's mid-range. 250 horsepower plus, so 272 is quite... Yeah, so that is top of its tree. It's not a terrible price for that kind of thing, and also got a front loader, which you'd sort of expect in that kind of range if it was to compete with its fellow tractors in its range. So yeah, not terrible at all. And 470 horsepower, that's not bad really when you consider, I mean, it's a real workhorse, isn't it? Let's be honest. You know, that's again, this is another one really. It's lost its front 3 points, hasn't it? Or has it? Yeah, it will. It's the Giants. Yeah, you don't get like that option, which is a shame. But then again, they're probably staying true to the reality. I always think a tractor's a poor thing if it's at 400 horsepower. It's lost its front 3-point link. It's not really powerful enough to be a powerhouse. So to lose its front 3-point link is a real downer, absolute downer. It's not a cheap option to me. That to me is I wouldn't want it in real life at all. Period. So it's lost my thing. I'd expect it on the really big ones, even though I still think it's a massive loss. When you think Class often do front 3-button links, it's a massive plus to Class and a massive minus to all those other manufacturers that don't do it. Anyway, right, that's it. I just thought before we started like going through, we would do that. So I've got everything stable. Yeah, it knows what all the field types are and everything, because if you look closely at this, it's got bread with a different icon, so that's good. Cakes. Ooh. Now my cakes on here. Yeah, I've got cakes with different sugars. Oh, or have I not? I probably haven't transferred it. I've got one in my test mods folder. So this is partial. I thought I had done it, but obviously not. Or I've made a mistake. And because what happens is if you do something, there should be about 6 cakes, which also use sugar, sugar 1 and yeah, all of those type of things as well. So yeah, you can see actually the cakes, aren't they missing things? Yeah, the cakes have got more inputs. Yeah, all of that, like, haven't they? So it's eggs, sugar. Yeah, so these are all only base game ones. It's not. Yeah, it's not even got my special flour. So it's not quite working right. But for what we want to do, we're all right. We've actually. Yeah, the bread is sort of showing now. Is it showing? Why is it only showing that amount of bread? It should be about 50 odds. Oh no, it's because it's lost 5. Yeah, it's alright, it's me being silly now. These are 5 tons of pop. So there's 15 tons missing, 15,000 litres missing from what I expected to be in there. That's because it's already spawned. Right, anyway, let's get this party started, shall we? So we've got a baler and the horse box. We'll pass. We checked the animals earlier, so we're going to go through till 8 o'clock. Everything should be going. Well, yeah, we've done really. The only let's just check before the cannery though. Make sure that's busy. I think it is. Yeah, these are all going. They're all. Now that potatoes has not got any potatoes in at the minute. So why are you not bringing your potatoes in? Well, I would say let's grab some potatoes ourselves. Now, have we got this? I think they're down the bottom. I think the production silo should really... potatoes 3,322, so there's a little bit in that, but I would imagine the production silo is the thing with the potatoes in. So we might have to go down and do a bit of a run. It should be distributing though, so maybe... Yeah, so the parsnips should be also... parsnips, P for parsnips, is also distributed. So really, if we take that to 11 o'clock, we should really get some action. If we don't, we're going to manually do it. I'm not faffing around. Right, let's see whether that actually is listening. And the potatoes are now in the cannery with soup. They are indeed. Right, smashing. So we are in business. We have obviously, I mean, I'm not worried about the pig food and that, but it's, yeah, the potatoes have got, well, some potatoes have gone in. That's all that matters. Right, so then let's go through till the morrow. Now that we know everything is working. And we are in October, so we really need to be going to 9 o'clock. Yes, it's getting complicated now, and I recognise, and this is where you've got to be very careful. If you're doing something very complicated, there's so much can go wrong, it's unbelievable. So I'm quite pleased that that's partially working. It's not proper, but so excess animals. How are the animals doing for food? They've not gone down a lot, there we're happy, and we've got loads. Wow. So my eggs are working. If you remember, we used to go up to a lot less than that. So let's have a quick pop down. I don't want to like, and we should see more eggs have spawned than they ever used to. Yes, it's accepting the extended storage space that I've got for that. That's nice. So that is really good that we've seen that we had no eggs according to that. I just wish that the chickens had come back out like they used to. Yeah, I don't know what I think I'm going to do is take a look at, there's a couple, and Polenia actually, yeah, that's a point. I could look at Polenia and see how MA7 Studios did it, you know, like with his I think he met. Well, I don't know, because it's not, you're not supposed to be able to go old school, but Pelenier MA7 Studios did it, so I need to like look at MA7 Studios how they did that on the Pelenier map. Even if I just for once actually edit a map, just so as I can peek in and see what actually happened, you know, like how it happened. Because or there is the other one that does it is one that's gone back, not written back. It's Oberschwagen. I've got a short run on that, but it's went wrong. A bit like Louisiana, it's like lost the progress, and I think I hit save. No, I did it over 2 or 3 sessions. It's lost all my progress. So there's something weird going on, because Louisiana's the same. It's lost all my buildings. So that is a bit of a strange one. Why? And it's only on Louisiana. So again, it could still be my productions. It's not, you know, but it's so serious. It's not done a single building, so it's like falling on the placeables. Something it's not happy with the placeables. So, and it was the same on a new save, so I thought that's definitely my placeables, and it's not liking something, and it did have red writing, so there was a serious error on it. So again, I'll fix it. The weird thing is though, the same placeables are in like other maps and other Let's Plays, so that's the bit of a weird one, because I know it's working everywhere else. So then you like fall back to the map. Is the map not liking something in your... This is what I'm saying, when it gets complicated, you're like thinking, is it my thing, is it someone else's mod, or... And that's when it starts to get complicated at that stage. But if you've done your testing right in the first place, it shouldn't be too terrible. Right, so then sales. It really is very late in the day for us to be doing anything, even looking for something for the farm. Even though I often do that, it's just wasting cash, really. So it is November. Have we got anything like the breads? Because the bread can sometimes, I think it's early, it should be December, but we shall see. It's going yellow, so is the soups too. So we want to be keeping our eyes open for probably next month, and then we will literally get cracking. Are we selling the eggs? Yeah, let's pay attention. Also, we also want the... did the self-sufficiency do our mineral feed? We didn't activate it, you plonker. You plonker, Rodney. Right, okay, well then let's activate that, I say. Let's activate that. So is it short of anything? We might need to buy the digestate. Yeah, it looks like we do. So we look at that, we're short of digestate and a bit of stones. Now, for this type of thing, oh no, all my life, I don't think we need any stones. 332,000 litres. That's got to have multiplied the stones that we've got. We've seen a lot of this multiplication, which totally ruins it for someone like myself, who's trying not to cheat. We know that we did quite a lot of stones, but not... We never did anything like that, not at all. Did I actually bring any in, though? Ready for this? Right, so we need a tanker. We need to grab some digestate, and we also need a bit of light, because it's a little bit dark, to say the least. Now then, have we got any buy points close by? No, let's stick one in, because we're going to need this. So we may as well really stick it right next door. And I'm going to stick my faithful one, the original one that I really do love the most. Buy point. It's not in factories. It is actually in containers. It's getting confusing now. Yeah, so I've got 2 of them. This should be my original one. Right, so let's put that. Yeah, you will do nicely there. Excellent, and we'll do a bit of softening, because I saw that was a bit lumpy still. I need to have a sort of that. It's like one of those mods that I know it's almost done, so I don't bother, and I really should. But again, and we're doing these complicated things, I've got to concentrate on that really. So it's just... So we want some digestate is what we're after. Digestate. Alright, so while that's busy, did you do your work? Cannery with Soup Factory. We've got a triple broth. Oh, the triple broth is actually doing well. Potato broth is doing nicely. Parsnip broth, noodle broth, carrot broth, beetroot broth. So it's accepting my special soups. It's just another name for soup that I wasn't going to like getting confused. Parsnip broth, noodle broth. So I even did the noodle soup as well. Excellent. So that is really doing terribly well. It is red beet, parsnips, flour. We got a lot of flour in there. I think we knew that. So yeah, that's going to stay busy for a while. We could also steal a little bit if it's not going to do it, because that is only for the noodle soup, isn't it? How much is that likely to do per 96 times 55? So if we said 100, that would be 55. 5.5 tons it would get through. So I think we can afford to grab some of that flour out and stick some of it into this, which then that does mean that we need to take some of the bread out of the way so as that some of the other bread pops. Yeah, the 5,000 litre pallets, we need to make a bit of room. So let's get that done now. Let's just push this lot out, and then we can actually stick some of that. Just do that. It's not going to be too cheaty, is it? Really too terrible. Okay, right. We may as well stick them straight on the place where they're going to go in a minute, aren't we? Rather than double handle and put them on the floor and then like. So let's just. Yeah, we've got plenty of trailers. We are even using this, which we didn't use very much on the Let's Play. We could grab you and stick you on top. Yeah, so that's really at 5,000, and this is what I'm saying. Obviously, I'm creating content, and so therefore it seems to me a good idea to. No, it's really not very good. It's a bit messy. So can we put that on there without like always pushing the one at the back? Yeah, it is. Right, that's just gonna. One of them's gonna drop off. It is. I hate this when they get stuck, because they really don't want to come off. Yeah, and then they come off at the wrong time. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Come on, what am I supposed to do with that? Yeah, it's annoying. Let's see, can we sort of scrape it on the thing and will it let go? Sometimes you can be nice to you, but then like it's going to pull the whole stack down. Yeah, it is. This is the type of thing that is annoying, really. This where the mechanics don't work right. It sort of totally ruins the game, and that's really is Giants. Look, I mean, it's a Giants. Everything about that is Giants. Thank you, Giants. It's really making my game so much better. Oh, come on, let go, you absolute. Come on, where's the physics in that? So I must admit, I'm getting a bit snarly with the whole game. There's been a couple of times I've had those stray thoughts about, you know, I think it's time that I left this game, and that's not a good place to be. I still love the game, but for me to have those kind of thoughts, I mean, what is that about? It's no good giving me new content and tractors if it doesn't, you know, like you're getting things like this where I can't actually get rid of some of a pallet fork. Sort of like totally ruins everything. It won't even scrape on anything either. I mean, so really, this is the bit where you almost feel like downing tools because it's just not working right. It won't even come off no matter what I do. And normally there was that, if you did that, it did actually work. Yeah, it slowly drops off no matter what. And that's what I'm saying, the game isn't working properly. Basic mechanics are not working right. That's not right. It defies physics even within the game. And at that point, when you're showing the world that it's not working right, and we've had a beautiful lot of equipment, what use is that if I can't actually put my bread down on my trailer? You've lost the plot. Yeah, it just won't pull off. Okay, well we can't ignore it. You cannot get anything else on this fork. So I either reset, because that is not having any of it. And if I reset, I lose me bread. And if I'm going to do this once, how many times am I going to lose this on all of that lot around there? Then it becomes stress. The game, instead of being a pleasure to play, it all becomes stress. And I've got to be honest, having been one of those silly idiots that have been right since the beginning, when you really should not have been in, the game wasn't really proper. It should have been a lot different to what we got. So will this release if I'm dragging it on a... Well, I mean, let's be honest, it should really release on the floor. And it's not having any of it. But it should really, and used to really, if you did that, it would gradually inch down. It's always done that. Well, that's not doing that anymore. So I'm sort of stuck now on a Let's Play. What I could do, I suppose, is grab the old quick. Can we put the bread back in? Did I actually add that? Because it's not strapped, is it? Ah, oh, you wally. You can unstrap it, you plonker. Yeah, and if it's strapped, then yeah, ignore me. This is me being silly. If I've got it strapped, it ain't going to drop off no matter what, is it? That's Wally in charge. Yes, it is. On camera. Mr. Smith has, as he did it Silver Run a long time ago, flapped his lips, and actually he's being silly because you just have to let go because it's a strap one. That's what you get when you're waking up at like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. Your brain's not properly awake. So, but no, I'm not making excuses. I did flap my lips again. It's true. I should have known better. But I mean, not that I'm not completely wrong. I was on this one, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that are not right. That is definitely true. Right, fantastic. Yeah, but it does always make me feel bad when I like sort of do things like that and flap my lips like that, and it's wrong because I don't like to like badmouth giants. Right, so we want flour. Can we take? We can't take flour out, can we? It doesn't spawn. Or did I make it spawn? Did I actually put it in the out bit? No, I haven't. No, it's not got any of the flowers. You can do it. I think you can. So. Yeah, flour. You can't take it out loose, can you? And unless you have it as an outgoing material, which I can do, I think, then I need to add that to an outgoing material so we can actually transfer it. So really, the flour, yeah, it's going to stay inside the... that's true, it's the cannery. No, we are looking at the cannery, yeah. We are in the right place. Even me, little me, tired me, is not... No, I have actually not escaped that, but it is right. So then, we should have some digestate now. A full 70... Is this our big one? Yeah, it is. Right, let's grab that and stick that in there. And then we can actually get some action with this. Let's have a look, switch that on there. So in the self-sufficiency, we should get the... mineral feed is happy now. It's got some... Yeah, so how much will we need to get rid of? We don't care about the stones. We've got enough stones to like build I don't know what with that amount in. So we want... With the mineral feed, what is the recipe? Digestate stones, straw. Ow, so we do need straw as well. We've got straw, a lot of straw. We switched this on, didn't we? So that's actually calling for... I mean, yeah, we've got so much straw, it's unbelievable. Over 1.5 million litres, I think. Oats, so it's the oats on this, which we have got a lot of oats as well. An awful lot. Yeah. Is that going up? Oh, I hate this, the cheatingness. Like, yeah, it just so annoys me. I'm not sure if that was right. Oh, we need to, like, grab some more, though. It's definitely not. Might need to do about... Now, one good thing is the mineral feed it's a very powerful, so it does do a lot. I mean, a lot in a sort of single night. It's 72, and this is like times that's 2,000. So that's 140 odd thousand litres per night. It's a biggie that I did. So really, in that case, we have 2 digestates like this will be enough. And then I think by going through till December, of course I'm not going to leave until we have actually done everything. So we're not going to like cheat or anything like that. It's all going to be done properly. So then let's go through till tomorrow morning. And we should see quite a bit of action on a lot of things. And we should have our prices at really top-notch greens where we can actually do a bit of unloading. But yeah, whatever. I want to make sure that all of the things, even if it goes beyond... Oh yeah, we should have moved that. I knew that I was going down there once, and then obviously I got like... Yeah, so the mineral feed, 139,000 litres. We should, if we look at that, should still have a little bit to do. A little. So what we should is, well, wow, 187 didn't half batter that, did it? I mean, what I mean is it didn't. I expected it to really batter that, so we need to do some more. Let's keep the digestate coming because we need to. Not sure if that's actually would be close enough. That's it. Oh no, it is actually. No, spot on. Yeah, you were actually spot on for once. I thought you was, yeah. We should really be able to like dump as well. So that's we're paying and dumping at all. We should see that our cannery with soup factory's also still got loads of parsnips. The carrots are completely gone though, so the triple broth is now finished. So we may as well switch that off because it can't do any more. Because it's run out of one of the sort of inputs, so we can do the potato. Why is a potato broth? That's a bit poxy. It's not pulling the potatoes through properly. 11,000 litres, so it is working, but very slowly. The pig food is going through the roof, as you'd expect. Noodle soup is, wow, that's doing very well. So carrot broth, beetroot broth. So some of these are now going to slow down because we're totally out of carrots. Parsnips, we've got quite a bit left, and beetroots, quite a lot too. Potatoes, they should come from down the bottom at some point. How much have we got left of the potatoes? Yeah, let's have a look. How much are we likely to get from the potatoes? Oh, well, actually, they've all gone somewhere. So, yeah. Oh, it'll be the triple soup. No, that doesn't have to do potatoes, so it's definitely not that. Let's just look at prices. Yeah, let's not have a meltdown. So mineral feed is bright green. Bread is green. The broths, everything is actually on green. So this is the time we have been waiting for. It is now time to start. I'm going to go straight into a time lapse because there's rather a lot. This is probably more loading and unloading than I've ever done. And obviously some of it is still the old school, like 1,000 litres at a time pallet. So this is going to take a while. So I hope you'll stick with me as we load all of the bread and everything. And I apologise for flapping my lips earlier and bad-mouthing giants when for once they didn't deserve it, really. And that's, I don't like doing that. That's not my character to be like that, really. It's I try to be a good person that's only... I like to be fair, I do, and I'll bad-mouth giants if I think that they deserve bad-mouthing. But I think we want to stack... Yeah, we've got to go for it. So I apologise if any of this looks a bit messy, but we really have got to like load high and all that type of stuff that I wouldn't normally. Well, I don't know actually. Loading is. I often just go for it, and I'm glad I've got NASA's all my life. That was a bit more than I expected. 9,000 litres in one lift. I've got to be careful. So, right, anyway, time-lapse time. Yes, because this is going to get... well, if I'm lifting 9,000 litres at a time, though, that's not going to be too terrible, is it? But... no, then I don't think... yeah, we need to come on really square. This is going to get bad. Right, time-lapse time. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. that's a little bit nasty. That's the bad side of precision farming, isn't it? When you've not had a chance, and that I really shouldn't have enabled it. That's real downer. We're losing thousands. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know we're like making millions, but it's still not nice. Right, let's get this a bit. This is. I love this trailer. 3 abreast. Yeah, if you do your best, it is just amazing. Yes, I'm so pleased I've made this. So pleased. Also, this is not the model that's actually right. Oh, it is. No, it is. No, it is the right one. No, we've got. This is the model that's got lights the lot. It's also got the. If I just sort of show you in a second. Yeah, we are really losing a lot. It literally stops dead. I've just got to make the little post a little longer, and it's got lights at the back. Finally, I've got a diffuse. I'm going to get rid of, yeah, there's 2 sets of lights. I've got one hiding behind the back, and the other's then going to be taken off the light bar. This is my light bar that's just going to get dropped onto any sort of thing like this, so it sort of saves me an awful lot of work. Yeah, I just need to like muck around with the XML for 5 minutes, and then bang, I've got lights. So I'm really quite chuffed with this. So it's nearly finished. Yeah, I've got rid of the very first set here, which can cause a bit of issues, but say this is all my own work as well, so it's all... no, that's good. Oh, it isn't. No. For some reason it's not quite got the attacher in the right place. Right, I need to adjust that very slightly. I think we can do with just this one with what's left. So we would have made... I'm going to estimate we probably lost about 25,000-30,000. Well, we've not finished. I don't mean it like that. I just thought I'd quickly come out to sort of explain. We must have lost 30,000 due to the precision farming bust. Almost feel tempted to go out and switch it off, because we really shouldn't be being hit for this type of cost, because we just switched it on at the very last bit of the Let's Play. It's just not fair, is it really? Right, so bread, there's not much more. I think that's probably the last one. Now that is some going. So I suppose I might have a look in editing, and we'll adjust the amount by all of the minuses with precision farming, because I'm not being nasty. It's not fair we get hit with it, because it got brought in right at the end when we couldn't affect precision farming for plus no matter what we'd done, because the crops were already in the ground. So it was really a bit... It was a mistake, obviously. It was silly of me to actually sort of switch it on, but it was not a conscious thing. It was just I switched all my mods as you do, not really like thinking, oh, I need to... Yeah, so this is the original model. Well, apart from the fact that it's obviously not got that front bit that was a strange shape. Apart from that, it's a 2-wheel version. It does brake and stop, and it does have that little twiddly thing, which I absolutely love. Yeah, I love watching that sort of go down, and it's taken from, and I don't mean that it's adapted from, let's get the words right, adapted from the Massey Ferguson header trailer. I quite liked it. I was looking for something, and then one day I was on New Hope, and I had the Massey's header trailer, and I thought, oh, that's not a bad idea. That actually does that. So that's all of the bread. That is amazing. Yeah. 30,000 litres of flour, though. So, yeah, we can... We switch that on still. The Bionic Bakery. Yeah. We've got no rice flour, just bread flour. So, that's good. How much would that take? Is this a normal, or is it a Bionic? Bionic, yeah. The only way I can say is here at the minute I will get this sorted so that I can see them all. It's one model, you see, so they're all exactly the same size for building, with just the only thing is the XML that tells the game which one, whether I'm using a normal production, a Bionic, or a Super. So we chose the Bionic. I think we did, yeah. I apologise if we... I think we did. I'm sure we said about the Bionic. I hope so, because it's got it's getting a little confusing with all the swapping and changing. I hate cheating, but sometimes some things can slip away from you. So it is 14 flour times 96. So it's like almost like 14,000 litres of bread made a day. So we should almost, yeah, almost 3 months we'll have to do to actually make that go, and it obviously not be sold at the best possible price, but we can extrapolate the price from the best price. So once we've made all of that, cannery, how are we doing in the cannery, and have we got loads of product left? So that likewise has got some flour in it. How much noodle soup do we do? And this is not a bionic, no, so this is going to take a little bit slower. So how much noodle soup do we get? Oh, 55, yeah, almost 5.5 tons, which would take about 10 months. We might swap this for a bionic. What I would do, because I can sort of swizzle it by mucking around with the XML, but I would pay for it. Yeah, what I mean is it's going to be too messy to like put a second one down. I could do it, but if I just pay the difference in price and we'll have better machinery stuck inside, which you could do in real life, well, I can sort of do that by swapping over the XMLs the same way, but I will take the money away. I think it's 27,000, might even go super, because this is basically required for the end of the Let's Play, really. We need to make this, and I mean, now at least I've got the option that I can do the supers and the bionics. Still not had any of my mods checked by Giants, or no comments, so I'm sort of resigned to the idea that I don't think Giants are like taking any notice of like my particular mods. So it's yeah, I'm not worried. I'm still, like I've said, I'm a content creator. I create content. I'm enjoying the modding, and if like my mods don't get published, then it's a shame, because it's a lot of people, I'm quite sure, would quite like the mods. They are, I think, quite smashing, to be honest. I've sort of tried to amalgamate everything that I liked about FS22 all in one. 5,000 litre pallets, unique field types. I might have my pricing wrong. Oh no, I think I've, that's the point actually. Yeah, what is, we can't compare, can we? No, we can. I'm just trying to look at this from a pricing perspective to see, am I broth worth more than standard soups? Because I was trying to tweak this so that so we really need to look at prices here for soups versus my soups, because you'd have beetroot broth, which would be 1.8, versus beetroot soup is what we would be looking for. The natural beetroot should still be bees, I would imagine. The alphabet hasn't changed, so that would be like something quite terrible. So beetroot, why have we not got it? Because it's red beets. It is as well, isn't it? I think I'm right, it is. It's not beetroot, even though yes, so it probably is red beets. Oh no, it is beetroot. Oh no, it is red. No, I am right as well. Gordon Bennett, Giants, you're confusing me. You've got beetroot up here and red beet here. What's that about? So my soups are dearer. Well, they are luxury soups, but no, I've got to knock that down, because this is top price. Although you can see the price difference is not. So my prices, I've gone for luxury types. I need to basically adjust these. I mean, it's not wrong. You can set your price at what you like, and you can indeed, as I've just said, really, you can have a luxury soup as well, but that was never really what I was trying to do. So that should actually grab 3 at that. Yeah, so my prices are a little bit almost twice as good, but again, it's like the luxury desserts. That's too, now that is deliberately so. I mean, they are like cakes on steroids, so yeah, that they are exactly as good as they should be. So can we, if we are, grab like 3 at a time? Yes, we can. Right, smashing. Not got that far right when it's very close. You can only just really get 3. I mean, literally, you've got to be like smack on. I seem to get 3 when I don't want to get 3, and like when I want to get 3, I don't get 3. Right, fantastic. Let's this? Are we time lapse it? I think, to be honest, at 5,000 litres a pop, I don't think we need to time lapse. I apologise, it probably is going to be a bit of a monstrous session, and if it gets too large, I'll split it. It's really the last. I think it'll need splitting. I think we're probably approaching what I would say was a very long session, and that. But I just sort of, in a way, want. I keep talking about events, and in a way, the loading time and this. Obviously, the next one will be us, like going a little bit further. That should be about right. So we've finished the bread off, as in what we've got done. So I think what we'll do is we'll get all loading of what's already done, and then obviously the next session will be like us, just grab these. Yeah, like finishing off a bit of, and there's going to be quite a lot of finishing off, and I will adjust the price. Or do we adjust the price now before we go too silly? I think we will. I'm going to pop out. We're not going to sell anything that's left. Yeah, I'm going to like literally put my soups, because my soups are only supposed to be the same. They're pretty much half of the price that they are at present. So I think we'll literally leave it here, and I'm going to adjust that in the background so that next time that'll be done, then we can go through, get the bakery. But we will do what I said. We'll go for a bionic, so it's 27,700. I suppose we could truly. The precision farming shouldn't really have done that, and that's my silly fault for like ticking the box. But what I'm saying is the lots of thousands we lost, we will class that as the upgrade for the bionic. You know, like it's about the same, I would say. So we're going to leave that. Is that? I will swap this to a bionic in the background, and we paid for the price of that. I'll switch. Hopefully, remember to switch precision farm enough so we don't get any more minuses, because they were really very hefty, 2 odd grand per like set of pallets that we kept doing, and there were quite a few. Let's just pay 10 grand just in case I'm going a little bit too, so minus 10,000 just to be, in case I'm a little bit generous on that side. So minus 10,000, and then I mean, yeah, we broke 3 mil. That's amazing, it really is. I'm not surprised, but yeah, I want to adjust the price so that we're not sort of cheating with the price just to suit ourselves. We've obviously got a load of pig food. We've got an absolute shed load of mineral feed, which is obviously going to get more. Do we need to do some more? No. Oh my life, 420. Oh, we left it running, didn't we? Of course we did. So we would have filled it up to the top. Right, so that's we're not going to need any digestate anytime soon, and it's not terribly expensive. Right, so I'm going to leave it here. Right, we've broken 3 million. We've still got quite a lot of product to shift. That has got to be a personal record for amount shifted in one session. I would imagine I'm touching a lot of people's record at that. I mean, obviously, they're 5,000 litre pallets, but that's still not the point. That was a hell of a lot. I mean, not all of them were 5,000 litres. A lot of them were the standard bread ones. That was quite some go. There was at least 50 odd pallets. We counted them before, more than 50 odd, and then there was all the new ones. So gotta be honest, yeah, I mean, I think I did that is the point actually, and just so as I can get this right as well, my bread, is my bread the same as normal bread? Let's have a look. We need to do prices again, so we need my bread versus Giant's bread to see, is my bread on par with, and also my flour. All my life, no, my flour's four times as expensive. So you talk about luxury flour, so that needs adjusting heavily. That's what I thought. You see, I need to compare, because you've got no comparison. It's just a number until you like compare it to, yeah, like the other things. So we want, so the carrot soup versus the carrot broth. Yeah, it's about double. So I need to adjust that by about half. Butter one versus butter is about 3 times more than butter. So that, but no, I think it does, everything's 1,000 litres that it does, so it would be earning a fortune, so it really is about 3 times the amount. So I need to adjust that. Bread is not about 1.5 times what it should be, so I need to adjust that a little. Yeah, I'm going to adjust these over I mean, that obviously would be expensive, that is true. And the beetroot broth, yeah, we've just checked that one. So yeah, I need to adjust my prices for next session so that we're not cheating. Again, I don't really know until I have something to compare to. And this is the first time I've actually compared prices, so I'm going to adjust things in the background, and I'm going to say all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey, what's left of it, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.